My name is Eartha Johnson, and I am so happy to have this opportunity to speak on behalf of the Pre-Law Conference. And let me tell you, the reason I think this conference is a good conference to attend is because it gets you prepared. It makes you think, is this a fit? And if you think it's a fit, if you think it's something you want to pursue, you got a set of resources here in one place that you won't find other places. I remember when I decided to go to law school. I went to law school because I watched Perry Mason on TV, and that intrigued me. But when I applied, I didn't really know anything about applying. I didn't know what to look out for. I didn't know, where you went to law school made a difference. It's just so much that I didn't know that just had I known, I think I would have done a lot of things differently. And this is a two-day conference that's going to give you more insight on anything you could do. You could spend months researching and still not get everything that you would get in just these 2 days, or meet the kind of contacts you can meet. You got people from pretty much every law school or major law school across the United States, all here in 1 day or 2 days, and they're ready to be, they're approachable and it's very hands-on. Thank you. I hope I said something to inspire you to come and know how great this conference is and how our fearless leader Evangeline is. She's just great. She has all the passion. See you later. Take care. Goodbye.
My name is Jaylene Mack. I am with Impact, which is Mack Performing Arts Collective. I am the founder, executive director, and artistic director of our organization, which is a nonprofit specializing in what else? Performing arts. Now, as a lawyer, before I was a lawyer, I should say, I was actually an actress. And so that kind of stuck with me, and that took me into entertainment, and I decided I wanted to go to law school, and I wanted to study and practice entertainment law. And so I married the two things together, my theater background as an artist and my passion for what I do in business as it relates to entertainment law. So I would tell you, I probably would have gotten even further along in the whole thought of being a lawyer if I had a conference like this to go to early in my college career. I didn't even know I wanted to be a lawyer really until like my senior year of college, my last year of college. Most people kind of know that going into it, or at least maybe around the second year. But I think if I had a conference like this Pre-Law National Conference that happens every year, where I can come together with pre-law students, with students that are actually in law school, with lawyers and judges and politicians and people who walk a different path, but they have a law background. If I could have come together with them in one place and had that networking, that mentorship, ask some basic questions, I think I would have made a decision long ago to become a lawyer. And I always tell people, I always knew I didn't want to be a particularly a courtroom lawyer all of my life, but I did want the law background because it gets me in certain doors. And so I'm very thankful that I decided to be a lawyer. I love what I do in entertainment law. I'm an artist at heart, so I understand from both perspectives, the business side and the show part of it, as in show business. And so, being a lawyer is a great profession. It's very respected. I get respected when I walk in the room. When people find out I'm a lawyer, it's like all of a sudden people sit up a little bit better, and I'm happy for that. And it gets me in some meetings and conversations that I probably couldn't have gotten in without this background. But I'm telling you, if I had known a little sooner about the law school, the whole culture of being a lawyer, that I probably would have made some decisions sooner to actually be one if I had an opportunity to come to a conference like this, because this is just very rich in resource, access to people that we wouldn't normally have access to. I mean, how often do you get to meet the people who represent the different law schools in terms of the admissions department? Usually you're looking at a book, you're online, looking at schools, and very seldom have an opportunity to kind of touch and feel a recruiter type person from the law school that can talk about what they have to offer in person. So that's really a good touch. That also kind of helps you make some decisions if you want to go to that law school, or at least investigate them a little bit more. Just the opportunities for these internships, that you may not get unless you're in law school and a representative from a firm comes to your law school and that you get an interview. Here, at least you can do some type of pre-bonding, so to speak, the networking, the forming an alliance and meeting someone, putting a name to a face. You can kind of start that process here and not have to wait so late into your law school experience. To take a LSAT in this environment or pre-LSAT testing type in this environment, I think is key. You know, gosh, I probably would have done better on the law on the admission test had I had an opportunity to come to a conference like this. But I'm a lawyer nonetheless. But just so much, and it's also nice for me as a lawyer to come and see lawyers that I haven't seen in a long time, to meet lawyers from other cities, other backgrounds. Not everybody's in the courtroom, you know, not everybody's a family law attorney. So that's kind of nice also to be able to meet people from different walks of life in the law industry. So anyway, I should tell anybody that is looking to go to law school, that's already in law school, that's about to take the bar exam, that's about to become a practicing licensed attorney, you should attend this conference, period, hands down. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by being here.
My name is John Lewis, Jr., and I am the Global Head of Diversity for the Coca-Cola Company. This conference is critical, and my participation, in my mind, was important because the Blackprelaw Conference addresses a critical need in the legal community, and that is to enlarge the opportunities for persons of color for careers in the legal profession. Currently, in absolute numbers, the numbers of black lawyers, and in particular black male lawyers, have diminished over the course of years. So unless there is some intervention, we will see fewer black lawyers moving into the profession and moving into positions of influence in the profession, including judgeships, in-house counsel positions, law professors, and related positions, unless there is some programmatic intervention. What's great about this conference is that it brings together the wisdom of practicing lawyers together with the expertise of law schools and their representatives to tell young people who are undergrads what is expected of a successful law school candidate, and gives them some options of different types of law school experiences in different parts of the country that hopefully empower them to make decisions to choose the law as a profession. So I'm happy to be supportive of this activity. I am delightful to have been invited to participate, and know that the work that's being done here is going to have a dramatic and measurable impact on the legal profession.
My name is Kenneth Mitchell, Jr. I go to American University Washington College of Law, and I'm the National Director of Pre-Law for the National Black Law Students Association, which we know as NABALSA. This conference is beneficial because it allows black pre-law perspectives or undergraduates to have an opportunity to meet lawyers, law students, officials from law schools, and just get an inside perspective of what to expect from law school. This is something that's very important because you may not have the same types of opportunities back home at your undergraduate school or just, you know, in your career. So it has a number of possibilities that are available, and so it's just something that is very imperative and that it needs to continue to exist.
My name is Kiosha Muhammad. I'm a senior at Prairie View A&M University, and this is my third year attending the Blackprelaw Conference hosted by Evangeline Mitchell. The first year that I came here, I was the treasurer of Blackstone Pre-Law Society at Prairie View A&M University, and I was astonished by how much I didn't know. A lot of times when the panelists or the moderators speak, they always say they didn't know a lawyer until they got to law school. And with this conference, that problem is negated. There are hundreds of lawyers who I've met coming through this conference every year, aspiring law students, practicing lawyers, current law students, just really success all around, and it's something to aspire to. Here you are afforded opportunities for mentors, you're afforded opportunities to get personal documents reviewed by people who are going to look at them, like your diversity statement or your personal statement or your resume. It's actual lawyers and law students and admissions officers who are here who allow you the opportunity to get those things reviewed. So when you go into the pool with the other aspiring law students, you kind of have an advantage because you already know what they're expecting, and you almost already have exactly what they're expecting because of, you know, the information that you receive from this conference. So this conference, besides affording you networking opportunities just generally as a participant, it also affords you the opportunity to become a volunteer and create a deeper, more connected network, which will afford you, I'm sure, more opportunities. The relationships that Evangeline has created over her years, she affords everybody who wants to participate in this conference. And it's not people just from Houston. I met somebody from Tennessee, there's somebody from Boston here. So it's not just the law schools that come, it's not just people who want to speak that come, but people from all over the country come to be a part of what Miss Evangeline Mitchell puts on for us virtually for free. In the future, as more and more people attend and more people volunteer and they see how vital of a service that this is, I only expect it to grow, and I only expect Miss Evangeline Mitchell to be more successful. I would encourage everybody to come out and be a part of this conference at least once, maybe for a day, a half a day, but just come here and see what the experience is like.
My name is Lorenzo Banks. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions for Oklahoma City University School of Law and the Director of Diversity Initiatives at that law school. I'm also the owner and founder of a law firm in Oklahoma City by the name of Minority Report Law Office, PLLC. This particular conference I found to be absolutely important simply because of the fact that for so long in this particular profession, the legal profession has not been the most welcoming of students of color, attorneys of color, in particular African American attorneys. And it is so good to see that there's a change now, and due to some dedicated law school admission personnel at all the law schools across the country to diversify the legal community through getting more students of color into law schools, in particular African American students of color. And this conference is so important because it empowers young Black aspiring attorneys to in fact get all the education and information they need to go forth and potentially make it into these ABA accredited law schools to pursue ultimately their dream, that is to be a competent and very intelligent attorney within the legal community. And so these students get the opportunity to get such information that may not necessarily be at their disposal under normal circumstances. Here we bring all types of law school admissions, staff, attorneys, judges, members of the legislature, all in one place with the ultimate goal of giving these students the tools and information that they need to move forward with getting their JD, which is ultimately what's going to end up being better for the nation, because we have yet more African Americans in the legal community doing a service for our community as well as representing people who look like them.
My name is Mike Michelle. I am a third-year law student at George Washington University Law School, where I am also the president of our Black Law Students Association. This conference is very important because it really allows young Black students to really recognize that they have so many opportunities, so many connections, so many supporters of them in their pursuit to pursue a career in law school and pursue a legal career after that. And I think it's really great, and it's really important that they understand that there's so many opportunities that are provided to them. Because a lot of times I think students believe that they are forestalled from pursuing certain things, and it's important that they know that they're not being stopped from doing those things.
My name is Olaide Banks. I'm the principal at Banks & Associates law firm here in Houston, Texas. This conference is so important because it opens up a world of opportunities to students who may or may not know what to expect in law school. The law is one of the premier careers that a student can pursue. It's both rewarding professionally, and we get to do good for our community. I really think that what Evangeline is doing with this program is an awesome. It's filling an awesome void, because getting into law school is one thing, but succeeding in law school and being able to succeed in a career after, this seminar really prepares people, this conference prepares people to be able to do just that, to interact with admissions counselors, to interact with attorneys who've been in practice for several years, interact with their peers, and build relationships. This is an awesome conference all the way around, and I wish the organizers and the attendees much success in the future.